G'day friends, I'm Ray. Welcome back to All About Life in Thailand. This video is about a few real encounters with deadly snakes. Throughout the video, in no particular order, I'll show you 20 images with names of snakes it's best to avoid. Speaking for myself, I don't like snakes, so I give them all the right of way. With that said, in Thailand, keep an eye open for deadly snakes. They're not your mates. While an expert claims that foreigners or visitors to Thailand should not fear snakes, it is sensible to be cautious because there are some horror stories. And as long as you live in Thailand near vegetation or wildlife, you are unceasingly under the threat from Thai snakes, although many of them are harmless. Some foreigners take an ambivalent attitude towards the danger of snakes in Thailand. That is a luxury that cannot be afforded. Snakes are not something to be treated lightly. Thai officials recently removed a deadly python that mercilessly choked Thai man Sawan Tumplai, 55 years old, to death. We'll talk more about that story a little later on. Monsoon season begins, and so does the invasion of the treacherous slithering creatures. Snakes can be found anywhere in Thailand, coiling up in the garden, slithering across the street, swimming on the water, or even lurking in your bed. Snake bite victims are increasing. Some are lucky, some are not so lucky. If you want to avoid the danger, it's not difficult to take care and be aware of the threat. There are no reported cases yet of foreigners or visitors succumbing to a snake bite in Thailand, but there are regular encounters, and every year Thailand reports tragic cases of death by snake bite. Imagine how grief-stricken these grandparents must have been to find their grandchild dead in bed after a snake bite. Prabhawadi Prawat's grandparents tried to wake her up in the morning, but she would never awaken as they found their 9-year-old granddaughter with a snake bite on one of her fingers. A cobra was found lying under a blanket on her bed and was immediately killed. She had apparently been dead for 8 hours by the time her body was discovered, and there was a strong possibility that the cobra bite was the cause of her death. Well, yeah, cobra in the bed, marks on her fingers, dead, probably the cobra. Another Thai father's quick thinking saves his daughter's life after a cobra attack. Another child was bitten by a snake, but this time the 7-year-old girl in Nong Lao was far more fortunate. Wat Charin, a 41-year-old man, was working in the middle of the night when he heard a terrifying scream from his daughter's bedroom. He rushed in and found that she'd been bitten by a snake with big fangs. He immediately inspected the bed and discovered, again, a cobra under the blanket, which he proceeded to beat to death. The girl was taken to hospital and given proper treatment, and luckily her condition soon stabilized. It is now conventional wisdom that the majority of snakes in Thailand are not venomous, but there are fears that many foreigners are not cautious and wary enough of the deadly threat posed by the creatures. A foreigner married to a Thai woman discovered this recently. The foreigner, living in Isan province, was surprised one morning as he retrieved a bucket of car wash essentials on a porch near his house. It was just a swift movement out of the corner of his eye, and he'd immediately recalled his boxing reflexes from the past just in time. The man instinctively moved out of the way, ducking to the side, as a snake lunged straight at him and just as quickly disappeared. The man recovered from the shock just in time to see the tail slithering under some mats his wife uses to eat with friends and family. He shouted out to her that he had just been attacked by a snake. His initial surprise gave way first to acceptance that in Thailand snakes are common. This turned again to outright shock as he witnessed the fearless and violent reaction from his wife. She emerged onto the porch, determined to find the snake and kill it. The foreigner suggested to his wife that she should just frighten it off. It's not necessary to kill it. Again, he was taken aback by the vehemence of his wife's reaction. The colour, she kept saying. The foreign husband tried to reason with his wife, but she would brook no argument with him. "We've got 4 kids," she said. "You want them to get bitten by the snake?" The man offered her his shovel, and she hunted the snake down, killing and severing its head with some swift blows. The dazed foreigner took photos of the snake, and later, searching the internet, found that it was venomous. Only for his boxing reflexes, the bite could well have killed him, as there was no anti-venom available locally for that particular snake bite. Thailand poses some deadly threats, not least from mosquitoes, snakes, and even rabid dogs. Many foreigners coming to Thailand have been brought up in a safe environment and a culture which seeks to develop empathy with wild creatures such as snakes. Personally, I'd have none of it. Thailand is simply too dangerous and hostile an environment for such attitudes. We see people killed regularly in Thailand from snake bites, in particular younger people and the old. If you're coming to live in Thailand, forget Disney. The snakes here are real and dangerous. They're not your good buddies. Finding a Thai spouse in snake-infested Thailand is probably the best option, as Thai people know how to deal with the bloody things. On an online forum, another expat recounted a similar encounter with a snake, found this time in his bedroom. Again, he only wanted to shoo it away, but his Thai wife insisted on killing it. An internet search showed that the species was also venomous and could kill him in minutes. The horrific story of the young child found dead and the other whose life was only saved by her quick thinking and acting father shows that many snakes in Thailand are indeed dangerous. To suggest otherwise is irresponsible, but it is equally wrong to be paranoid about snakes, as most people are unlikely to ever encounter one. There are 35 different species of snake alone in Thailand that are classed as extremely venomous. A snake expert suggests that foreigners or visitors should not be overly afraid of snakes. He says that most snakes will seek to avoid human beings, even if confronted. The only snake that would prey on a human being is a large python. This species exists in Thailand and have proven to be deadly. A horrific news report in recent times from Malaysia recounted how the body of a Malaysian was found in a python's body when cut open. The snake expert claims, however, that deaths resulting from snake bites in Thailand are under 10 deaths per year and confined to plantation workers who fail to report to hospital immediately. Recent news reports of deaths from snake bites may suggest otherwise. It is true that there have been an increase in reports of snakes attacking humans and the detection of snakes in the last few years in Thailand. There are also regular reports of those working with snakes suffering from deadly bites. The snake expert also advises people visiting Thailand to avoid annoying snakes or getting too close to them. Well, yeah, who would have thought of that, right? I'm not getting close to them. I give them a wide berth. He points out that he is not aware of any foreigner or visitor to Thailand suffering from or being killed by a snake bite. He does suggest that it is not advisable in Thailand to walk barefoot on grass or in any vegetation where you can't see your feet. It's good to know that most snakes only attack humans when provoked, and the kind of bloodthirsty serpents that deliberately strike and devour people are limited to large pythons. That fact was also illustrated in a story from Thailand of a python who intentionally killed a man who had confined it. Sawan Tupklai, a 55-year-old man, had kept the python for some reason in a large jar for 3 days. It is unclear how the 3-meter python escaped, but it soon took revenge on the Thai man. His sister said the python wrapped itself around Sawan's neck, breaking it and strangling him. By the time other family members arrived to help, Sawan Tubklai was already dead. The python suffered some minor injuries during the fight, but it was preserved by animal rescue volunteers and later released back into the wild. Another Thai man was attacked by a snake while sitting on the toilet. This encounter between man and snake was both horrifying and awkward. Ataporn Bun Makchue, a 38-year-old man, was using a toilet when he felt an excruciating pound down under. He suddenly realized that a python from a squat toilet had sunk its teeth into his penis and was pulling him down. He prized its jaws open to save himself, and while his wife, hearing his call for help, rushed in and tied a rope around the python to stop it. Later, Bum Makchue fell unconscious and was taken to the hospital. Despite losing a lot of blood, he made a speedy recovery and was discharged after receiving international media coverage. The python was retrieved from the plumbing and also released back to nature. For all those shocking and nightmarish confrontations, the good news is that only 60 out of 200 species of snake in Thailand are venomous. This means that even if you encounter a snake in areas near vegetation, the chances of dying from a snake bite are lower. However, any dealing with a snake in Thailand is a potential dance with death. The threat should not be dismissed. You can take preventive measures such as checking your room and beds carefully, or making your garden less welcoming for snakes by removing low bushes, tall grass, and unkempt, cluttered environments where snakes may be tempted to camouflage themselves or seek shelter. Okay, enough about the snakes. But seriously, if you're ever in Chiang Rai, I would love to meet you for a coffee. If you plan to retire in Thailand and live in Chiang Rai, my lovely wife Jen can, as she has many others just like you, help you to jump through the hoops of getting your no-no visa. But to get a no-no visa, you must arrive in Thailand on a tourist visa. Jen also teaches Thai language and culture in private one-on-one lessons, and I've put a video link in the description. Jen has a great website that is packed with lots of information. And there's a link to that website in the description, along with the contact details for both Jen and I. Okay folks, that's it for another video. Your support means everything to me, so if you find value in my content, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Give me a like, comment, share, and if you'd like to help with my expenses, click the link in the description and buy me a coffee. Until the next video, uru and bye for now.